Hi, welcome to the Price Action Analyst YouTube channel. This is just a update on Bitcoin. This is Bitcoin to US dollar. So I do own Bitcoin, but I'm primarily interested in trading and investing in the altcoins and trying to pick the one that's going to be the next Bitcoin. So they're all valued, when I look at them, they're all valued in terms of Bitcoin. So that's the main sort of relevance of Bitcoin to me. And when I when I have a premise of which way it's going, it's sort of in that context. But the recent price action of Bitcoin's interesting. This was a downtrend that it pushed out of, and then it came back inside here briefly with the COVID stuff. But, you had a series of buying wicks there, which were an obvious sign to get long. So it came outside, retested that, and then pushed up higher. Now, normally you will get a retracement that will come and test these lows, but you never got that here. You got a V spike out, which is very bullish. When I see that, when I see a spike in and a spike out, that's always very bullish. That's it's the strongest rejection you can get of those lows. So there's a couple of things going on here, and that's if you were following Bitcoin, you know that it really struggled around the 10,400 level. It failed to push through that. It was really the 10,000 level, but it failed to hold above that substantially. And as it did that the last time, it was kind of on the end of this V spike out, and you can frame up. It sort of consolidated here and in an upward triangle as it was like testing the 10,000 level. So the 10,000 level is kind of there. So as you kept seeing the thing say it was 10,000 and the high 9,000s, it was forming this sort of price consolidation here. And what was potentially bearish was when it pushed down here, and then it pushed down and left this wick, which indicated it was like a false breakout. So I was bullish when I saw that wick, and it pushed higher, but this retest of this trend line is also always a good short-term short, and that played out here. And so that when it came off that is bearish. But what I've seen recently is that this low on this wick has now been washed, and you immediately, let's just zoom in here. So this wick here, that it's washed that, and you've immediately got rejection. You've got a wick and buying strength, not substantial buying strength. And then each time it's tried to push down, you got a wick and a wick. And this is all, those wicks are starting to look bullish, and now you've got a substantial buying bar. So what I'm thinking off the back of that is I'm thinking that this was an uptrend, and then it was still an upward consolidation, but an uptrend overall. And then this is looking like it's actually just a retracement, like a short-term retracement. You've got basically what I'm trying to say is you've got strength up, and then this is the retracement. the momentum is up and that downside momentum's not as strong, and meaning it's not as steep. So steep up and a retrace. And so this retrace looks like, this price action looks like it's breaking out of the retracement. So if that is right, and also anytime you see a wick like that, price action inside this wick is a good short-term long. So we're seeing that. We're seeing buying pressure out of that wick and a push up. So if this goes where I think it's going, I think that this area here is acting as the low, and that price is going to now push up for, I think it's about the third or fourth challenge of this high. And so on that strength up in that retracement, I think that this challenge is going to at least test this trend line, and it might actually now push out of the trend line, because we've had, here was your initial high, if you like, or here was your initial high. Here's one retest, 2, maybe 3, 4. So this will either be the 4th or 5th attempt to push past the 10,000 level. And the more times it does that, the more likely it is to break. But also from the V spike, even if this doesn't break, I think the retracement will be shallow and it's going to push higher. I think this push is going to result in a break of the 10,000, like a longer term break of the 10,000. And so you could, that's a good place to get long for that break, or watch the break happen and wait for a retrace of these highs and hit that long. So this price action is starting to look bullish to me, and if this does indeed break out and it retests and pushes long, then I think that will be the start of the move to at least challenge this 14,000 high. Again, off of that V spike, this price action now is looking very, my premise is I would say almost certainly up. So if price does push to that 14,000 level, I mean, you're probably going to see weakness here, but this might be the beginning of the move up, and it's taken a long time. You've had price gone all the way from 19,000 to 3-ish, pumped up to 14, and retested that 13. The COVID low filled this air here. So this is, the more I look at what's happened here, the more bullish I am on the fact that this is going to be a push. This is going to be a push to the upside here. And you could say, depending on which leg you choose, if that's the leg, that would be the projection for that would be the projected length of the next high. But you could also say, if you consider that the leg, then that's the projected move, and that takes us, past this the 14,000 high. So, if I was to trade here, again, I already own Bitcoin, so I wouldn't be taking a position. But if I was taking a position here, not that you can short cryptos, but I would definitely be long coming out of here. It's this price action looks, in the context of what's happened here, it looks very bullish to me. It does not look like price is going to roll over here, and if price did roll over here, that's kind of the line in the sand. You might get a wash of this and a retest of the air here. But this wick, in the context of that air there, I don't think you'll see price come back to this. I think another way of saying it is, do I think the probability is higher that price gets to 14,000 or back to 4? very much so that the probability now is up to 14,000 as opposed to back to. I don't think you're going to see it at these levels again. Again, this is going to act as a barrier. I think it's going to push out of here, but if it was to roll over, I think that this area here, especially, you know, this line and a retest of the air here, this is kind of your last. It might get back to 8,000, but I don't think it's coming back here. And I think from here, I think price is going to push up from here. So expect something like this, maybe. Something like that to the 14,000. Anyways, this is interesting. It's interesting because I hold Bitcoin, and so the price will go up. That's great. But if the Bitcoin price is going up, and if the alts that we're looking at are still appreciating as Bitcoin goes up, then that's exactly what we want. So it's almost a good thing knowing that the Bitcoin price is appreciating while the altcoins that you're looking at are appreciating at the same time. And it's kind of what we expect, right? Because all of this stuff is a hedge against the US dollar, which we know, you know, they're now talking about $10 trillion of printed money that they're throwing at this. So we expect to see all of this stuff appreciating, but we want to, it makes me feel better knowing that our altcoins are appreciating relative to Bitcoin while Bitcoin's going up too. So I think all in all that this is a good thing. Anyways, I hope that helps. It's just a quick review. Well, actually, it was a rather lengthy review of Bitcoin, but I like the price action that I'm seeing there. It looks quite bullish to me. Thanks very much for watching. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and follow me on Twitter at PriceAnalyst. And please feel free to forward the tweets and make any comments or ask any questions or requests in the comment section. Thanks very much for watching.